edition of the Mouse Bites. I have quite a bit of news for you guys. And first off, we're going to start with probably the most exciting, and that is that Soarin' is now coming back. It has an official date, and it will be opening on June 17th. And it's going to be just like it was before. It's going to be that same multi-century attraction where you're going to still be flying over landscapes. But the landscapes are going to be around the world because it is Soarin' around the world. And you're going to be able to see the Great Wall of China, Monument Valley, the Great Pyramids of Egypt, Switzerland's Matterhorn Mountain, and the Eiffel Tower, and Australia's Sydney Harbour, to name a few. Not sure how many additional places we're going to be seeing, but those are the first ones that we're going to be seeing, or the first few that they've announced that we're seeing. And like I said, this opens June 17th. So fast passes are available if you are traveling in this summer time period, and you're looking forward to experiencing that right there. And it's going to be a really great attraction when I think it's all said and done. So sad to see the old one go, but I think the new one's going to be just as awesome. The music will be different, but it will be based similarly on what they have had in the past. So I know that the score was just phenomenal before. And so yes, it is unfortunately going to be a little different, but it is still going to be based on what we saw in the past. So that's good. Also, we have some news about Norway and the Frozen Ever After attraction. That will be opening in June as well. There is no official opening date, but June is the date that they have released. And guests are going to be able to go to Arendelle to celebrate a summer snow day. And they'll be able to see Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, the Trolls, Marshmallow, and all who will join them on their journey through the frozen willow forest, past the Trolls, and up to Elsa's icy palace. And then after that, guests will be able to meet the sisters in the Royal Summer House, which is the sisters' summer home that they have opened for visitors. So it seems like it will be a very nice experience. We talked with Mike before on the podcast, and he had mentioned that they did a really great job in theming the meet and greet area to be as authentic of Norway as possible, so that's good news. And it looks like that's going to be opening, like I said, in June. No official date, so just keep that in mind and stay tuned for the actual opening date, because I will make sure to let you guys know. Also, there is a new option for getting beer and ice wine in the Canada Pavilion. It is at the Trading Post store, and guests can choose from a variety of options beginning at 11 a.m. until park close, which includes Molson Canadian, Labatt Bourbon Barrel, Blanche de Chambly. I'm not French, so I cannot pronounce these things. And a Nagy Premier Apple. Actually, when I was there just a couple weekends ago, they did have some tables sitting outside of the store, and I was wondering why there were tables outside, because I was like, I didn't recognize these before. So it looks like they are letting some people sit there as well and enjoy their wine and beer. So it's going to be a great little area to go sit and enjoy. I really enjoyed sitting there. I grabbed actually a cronut and sat there for a while and really enjoyed my time there. Over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, we have some news about the Rivers of Light. Now, as you guys know, the Rivers of Light has been delayed. However, they are going to be utilizing the space that the Rivers of Light is currently going to be in. And it's going to, in the interim, they're going to show it's called The Jungle Book Alive with Magic. And it will be music and pageantry for a limited engagement show, and it will be inspired by the live-action version of The Jungle Book. So it will not be inspired by the version, the animated version. It will be inspired by the new version. The Rivers of Light, or the Jungle Book Alive with Magic show will be taking place on the Discovery River in the same area that Rivers of Light will be in the future. And the show will be featured with music and special effects that celebrate the new film, as well as the classic songs that we all know and love, because those songs are in the movie. This is all, like I said, is happening on Memorial Day weekend. Other things that are going to be taking place beginning Memorial Day weekend is the Tree of Life Awakening, and Tree of Life will undergo awakenings throughout the evening, and animal figures are brought to life by magical fireflies that reveal colorful stories. High-tech projections of nature scenes will take place on the tree, We're also going to be able to experience Kilimanjaro safaris after dark, and which each evening the Kilimanjaro safaris will see a glow of sunset with special lighting that allows the guests to explore the attraction at night. They're also going to be able to experience the Harambe Wildlife Party, where guests will be able to, when the sun sets, they'll be able to see Harambe with entertainers, local street musicians, and lively rhythms of African music. There will also be the Discovery Island Carnival, which will feature lively music as well, jubilant dance, vibrant costumes, stilt walkers, and tasty culinary creations. Tiffin's Signature Restaurant will also be opening on Memorial Day weekend, and it's going to be available for lunch and dinner, and it's going to be a signature dining experience. So for those on the Disney Dining Plan, it's going to be 2 table service credits, and it will celebrate the art of traveling and include waterfront views from both indoor and outdoor seating areas. And then finally, as I mentioned, the Rivers of Light, that will be premiering soon. There is no date, but it will be announced soon, and that will be taking place on the Discovery River once that comes into play. There is a video that you can see on the Mouse for Less YouTube page as well to see kind of what the preview guests will be experiencing when they actually get to see the show when it opens. Moving over to Disney's Hollywood Studios, we have a few new details about Toy Story Land. First of all, the Slinky Dog coaster, which is a family-style coaster, it will be called Slinky Dog Dash, and guests will find themselves on a coaster track that Andy has built in his backyard using his Mega Coaster Play Kit, and Toy Story characters will find their way to the course, into the action, as guests zip, dodge, and dash around many turns and drops that Andy has created. And he's used his Slinky Dog, as the coaster to train, and his coils will help. He stretched the coils, and that's going to help make the cars. Also, the Alien Flying Saucer attraction is going to be called Alien Swirling Saucers, and you are going to be flying around as the Claw is trying to capture your rocket toy vehicle. And guests will rotate around toy planets. Music, lighting, and sound effects will add to the fun as the Claw looms over you. There will also be space jazz music that has been created specifically for the attraction. Finally, for those of you who will be going down for Memorial Day weekend this year, the third track will be open for Toy Story Midway Mania. This should help with lines, although we don't know exactly how this will impact lines. It's going to be an interesting experience. I'll be down there Memorial Day weekend, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not I'll be able to get on the attraction any faster than I had been before, or whether Fast Pass will indeed still be the way to go. Now moving over to One Man's Dream, there will be another movie preview that is taking place in the theater at the end of One Man's Dream, and it is for Alice Through the Looking Glass, which will start on May 6th. And Alice Through the Looking Glass is the sequel to Alice in Wonderland. So for those of you who are excited about that film, you'll be able to catch a special sneak preview there. For those heading to the Magic Kingdom this August, you'll be able to meet Alina of Avalar, which it will be a new Disney Junior Channel TV show. It will debut this summer on Disney Channel, and it will feature Princess Alina, who is a bold, caring, and funny, clever 16-year-old girl in the fairy tale kingdom of Avalar. Not a lot of information is known about Alina yet because the show has not premiered, but it is premiering this summer, kind of as a part of Sophia the First. So for those of you with little ones, you know Sophia the First very well, I'm sure, and you will be meeting Alina very soon. For those of you heading over to the Magic Kingdom as well, there is the Wishes Fireworks Dessert Party. It has expanded. Currently it takes place at the Tomorrowland Terrace, and that is where the dessert party actually takes place. But now, going forward, guests will be able to make same-day reservations, and for those who make same-day reservations, they will actually be able to see Wishes from the Plaza Garden area. And this area was also actually the former location of the Fast Pass Plus area. The Fast Pass Plus is no longer an option for Wishes, so you will not be able to make a Fast Pass for this, the nighttime extravaganza any longer. But for those of you who would like to experience Wishes from the location that you previously could for Fast Pass Plus, you will have to use the Tomorrowland Terrace Wishes Fireworks Dessert Party. Pricing for that is $59 for adults and $35 for children, and same-day reservations can be made starting at 10:30 each day at the podium. Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair Castle Stage Show will also be debuting in June. It looks like June is going to be a very popular time for people traveling to Walt Disney World this year. The show will invite Mickey and his merrymakers to prepare to host a festival and invite friends from other lands to join in the celebration. The show will feature characters such as Tiana and Naveen from Princess and the Frog, Rapunzel and Flynn from Tangled, and Anna and Elsa from Frozen. And the finale will feature a grand dance including both the merrymakers, Goofy, Donald Duck, Daisy, and of course Minnie, as well as the new friends. Over at Disney Springs, there are going to be 3 new kiosks that will be opening at the end of next month. The kiosks will be known as Aristocrapes, the Daily Poutine, and BB Wolf's Sausage Company. Aristocrapes will serve both savory and sweet crepes, including lots of different options. And if you would like to find out what exactly options there will be, make sure to check out themouseforless.com for the full list. There will also be beverages as well as alcoholic and non-alcoholic at this location. BB Wolf's will feature artisan sausages, and there will also be a trio that's available for guests. And the Daily Poutine will feature different flavors of poutine, which is a infamous Canadian dish served with French fries with different toppings on top. And it looks like that's going to be really delicious, I have to say. They actually did something very similar to this at the Magic Kingdom at the Golden Oak Outpost, and it looks like they stopped serving this at the Golden Oak Outpost. Now they're going to start serving it at Disney Springs at the Daily Poutine. The Daily Poutine and the BB Wolf's Sausage Company will open on May 15th in the town's center area of Disney Springs, whereas Aristocrapes will open on May 22nd. And that looks like all the news for this week's edition of the Mouse Bites. Like I said, there is a lot going on, a lot that still has to be answered. And like I said, we don't know official dates for a couple things such as Frozen Ever After and the new castle show, the Royal Friendship Fair castle show. But we will have further dates coming up for that coming in the future. So for those of you who are going down to Walt Disney World this summer, it looks like you guys have a lot of things that you'll get to experience, and it's going to be a great summer for you guys and going forward into the rest of the year. So that's going to do it for the Mouse Bites. Make sure to check out everything that I talked about on themouseforless.com, and otherwise we'll see you next time.